Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The give to the tailback. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Power football with the run. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Plows through the defense. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll go to the ground.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Tar Heels have this offense rolling. Might as well give it to him again. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at him and gashing him right out the gates.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Here's the handoff. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to run it. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Quarterback now breaking the field. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
And here comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Line gets set, first down. On the run, it's Webb. Nice move there. Runs through the tackle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
North Carolina, 3, Clemson, 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his big tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Now, 4th down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Steps away. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He'll set up to throw. Working that left side now. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
The #1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
To the ground with the back. He is smashing people. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. On third down, he drops to throw. Still looking, on the move. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Brice crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 10 over Pittsburgh. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Throws to the tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Wide out in motion. They'll toss it to the left. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. A designed run for the quarterback. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Dialed up the fake. He's looking to throw. Snowed under by the defense. The Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They'll run it from the gun. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. They want to run this quarterback. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And listen, we know this QB wants to take off. Fourth down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now at the end of the first half.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Leaves it with the running back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Lofts one high and deep. And that pass intercepted. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Offense in an empty set. To the air on first down. Going up top. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 40. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
You bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they did.
Snap it to the back. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. And here's the third interception of the night. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Smashes through. At the 45 on his way. They still can't get him down. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They go right back to him. The Tar Heels get enough for the 1st down.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here, too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get the edge on the left. On the move at the 30. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Looking for more room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, UNC! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the...
Tigers will take over. First and 10.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Fast motion from the offense. Jet sweep to the receiver. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He wants to throw. Steps away to find some room. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, North Carolina 24, Clemson 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Hard running there. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the fourth quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
The give to the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. It's third down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Takes it the other way. And he can't hold on to the ball at the looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. The give out of the gun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
He's got it again. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Tar Heels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Calls his own number. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And the beatdown has ensued. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Set to advance on the football.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing the coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Good enough for 1st down.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, They're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. They'll run it out of the shotgun. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like a lot of big plays from this offense. Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
That makes the score North Carolina 34.
That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against